I just want to remind everyone, okay? Because I know that there is still a huge division when it comes to religion, and some people look down upon certain religions and have judgments against them, whether it's the Christian church, whether it's the Jewish, the Jewish temple, whether it's, the Muslim religion. Whatever preconceived notions you have on any religion, it's being filtered through somebody telling you something, or you've seen something done by somebody and assume that it's the whole race. You assume it's the whole religion. And so if you actually adopt the ideology that everybody is Muslim, everybody is Christian, everybody is Catholic, everybody is Jewish, everybody is atheist, whatever, then you realize that all the things that gave you a judgment on a person, place, or thing was filtered through a biochemistry that was imbalanced. And then when you saw that imbalance, whether it's done by a group of people or one person, you made a snap decision that that is how the whole culture operates. And remember, cultures evolve. They may have had practices that were done 10,000, 20,000 years ago, whatever, and then they stopped doing that because they had to evolve. Okay? And so evolution can happen in a religion, evolution can happen in a culture, evolution can happen with any belief system. And so I don't want anyone to assume anything about any culture is bad or wrong or this or that, because there's going to be a percentage of that population within that culture that are going to exemplify imbalances. And that doesn't mean that's the whole culture. It just means that person or group of people have done things that were horrible. But that doesn't speak for everybody in that culture. Because that's where racism, that's where discrimination, that's where intolerance comes from. It's the fact that you cannot differentiate between the person and their religion and their culture. It all becomes one. And then that's why we have such division in our society, because of that thought process. And so, yes, I'm going to write about everything that I've learned through the mainstream media as far as religion and history and prehistory, and then understand balance and imbalance. And people are going to have something to say about whatever I write about, as far as the religion, as far as Judaism, as far as Christianity. But yes, I was converted as a child. Do I practice Judaism? No. But I don't want anyone thinking that I'm not Jewish. I mean, whether I'm a Jew or not, whether I'm a Christian or not, should make no difference in how it is I read stuff or how it is I understand stuff. So if somebody says, "Oh, well, you aren't really Jewish, so you could be open to this," it means that they're probably going to talk through a discrimination against the religion, of which I'm not going to really subscribe to. Okay? At some point, we're going to have to evolve from this type of separation of people. You know that there are 7 billion people who represent so many different languages, so many different cultures, and a lot of them have major imbalances, including you. And so no one is better or worse than anybody else. We're all just going through our own evolution, and some are more evolved than others. But just because one person out of 20 is not very evolved, it doesn't make what they do a representation of everybody. So no, I'm not going to go there with anyone discriminating against any religion. I don't care what it is. Now, I've gone through my research on hearing people's discriminatory remarks about Catholics, about the Jews, about the Muslims, about, Christians and this and that. And I've seen it all. Everyone wants to claim that the Freemasons and the Catholics and the Christians and the Jews are all satanic. I'm tired of hearing those thought processes or inferences. It's about balancing good and evil. What is good and evil? It's just two antibodies that have to balance each other out, because you can't have too much growth and you can't have not enough growth. So you have to have a balance of the two. And so, yes, I was raised Jewish, but I'm not a practicing, I don't want to claim a side, but I was raised Jewish. But I also honor the Christians and the Catholics and the Muslims. They all have something to offer to the world. It's just been subverted by people's discriminatory belief systems because they saw one or two people do something that they didn't like and painted a broad fucking stroke. Well, I'm done with that. That is so huge in the conspiracy world. And I've belonged to a lot of groups that were doing that. And it made me explore my own religion. We're like, oh my God, are we really that? And then I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, every single culture has gone through their shit. And some of them have evolved, others have not. That's why you have different offshoots of religions. Some are more extreme than the others. And really what it comes down to is the balance of the group of people as well as the person. When you break everything down and see through the biochemistry, you realize what the culture actually has to offer. The culture actually is beautiful. But the people who represent the culture may not be very balanced. And so they're not going to give you a really objective representation. And then you already have your own listening about cultures and stuff based on what you read on the internet. But when it comes down to it, you have to meet every single one of these people. And they're just human. They just have evolutionary issues like all of us do. And we're all going through a journey. So, have a good night. Bye.